Tbilisi village, Kharkiv region, gardens, low roofs, and a line of trenches cut into damp soil. From one of those cuts, a Ukrainian team starts the opening act, shaping the ground before the clearing begins. First salvos reach out to the tree line and the sheds beyond. Corrections come in low and calm. An AT-4 answers a stubborn muzzle flash. Tube up, sight set, thump. Then another, stepping rounds along the edge of an enemy landing party. Short rifle bursts stitch the spaces between impacts. Fire points that held the crossroads a moment ago start to blink and fade. Discipline does the work. One pair loads while another watches. Spotters mark splinters and heat. The trench breathes in rhythm. Rockets press the flanks, small arms keep heads down, and the far berm stops, returning the conversation. When the echoes thin, the map looks different. Lanes open where there were none. A courtyard goes quiet. A doorway is no longer watched. The suppression holds. Hands signal forward. The clearing teams rise and move. Kharkiv direction. Early light over fields as the 3rd Separate Assault Battalion steps off. AT-72 leads, low and patient. The gun speaks in measured beats, cutting lanes through fortifications. Dirt lifts, embrasures disappear. The clearing group moves, walls hugged, yards crossed, angles claimed. The tank keeps time. Sight fire roll. Sections bound past the shockwave, marking doors and corners, stitching the trench line shut. Positions that held at night unravel by morning. With each precise salvo, the path widens. Assault teams push through, street by street, until the line folds. Donetsk region, the 60th Separate Mechanized Brigade moves in with steady hands. A small village turned into angles and cover. Lanes, garden fences, low walls that cut sight lines into shards. The pace is patient. Teams flow door to door, stairwell to stairwell, marking what's cleared and what still needs a second look. Basements get their moment. Courtyards, too. Nothing is skipped. Across the streets, the enemy tests the line. Short rushes, quick volleys, a push at the crossroads. Each assault is met and folded back. One group holds, another peels to flank. Rifles speak, then it's quiet again. A house becomes a foothold, a yard becomes a corridor, a block becomes a seam to pull. Positions inside the village are taken apart, shelters opened, firing points silenced, caches lifted. Every meter is checked, then checked again, until the map begins to change its color. When the smoke thins, the shape of the fight is different. The pressure is gone. The flag moves forward. Ilyinka is liberated. Kraken has opened the archive from the Kharkiv direction. Months of careful work distilled into steady steps. It's a record of positions taken apart piece by piece, of streets where every wall has a story written in shrapnel. Teams move in pairs and threes, patient and exact, talking with glances more than words. Yards get mapped by boot prints, fences traced, sheds and cellars given their turn. Houses are handled like puzzles. Entry, pause, clear. Stairwells, attics, crawl spaces. Then back out to mark what's safe and what still breathes. Beyond the lanes, The line breaks into orchards and field edges, where Russian trenches and slit shelters lie tucked under brush. Those hideouts don't survive the visit. Charges speak once, shovels follow. The ground is left honest. Every meter is counted, then counted again, swept for wires, checked for caches, signed off before the next step. Settlements along the axis begin to breathe differently. A schoolyard without firing positions. A crossroads no longer watched by a barrel. Liberated doesn't come with fanfare. It arrives as quiet, then routine, then people at gates again. Across it all, one constant: coordination. Kraken's rhythm never breaks. Confident hands, crisp timing, and a front line that moves because the work behind it is finished. Pokrovsk breathes dust and shrapnel. Trees stand flayed, facades stitched with holes. Every street remembers the last barrage. Overhead, quiet eyes map the blocks. Drones tracing paths through broken courtyards and shadowed stairwells. Under that cover, Ukrainian special forces move in small teams, passing hand signals, trading speed for certainty. Doors open in hush. Entrances, basements, utility rooms. Then the climb. Landing to landing, till the roofs catch wind. In the ruins, the fight compresses. A corridor becomes a front line, a doorway, a gamble. Grenades are counted. Whispers carry farther than boots. Across the yards, trenches and makeshift bunkers, not the ground. The distance closes to breaths, and the answers come from meters, not maps. Method beats haste. Each room gets its moment. Light, muzzle, glance, silence. Corners are given their respect. When a building turns, it does so floor by floor, as if exhaling. Block by block, they press forward, one team holding, another peeling, a third sliding along walls to cut escape. By dusk, the occupiers yield ground. Pokrovsk's heartbeat returns, steady, deliberate,